You know, they got over 100 girls here, so, some of you are gonna have to go home.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, Dory.
Those people are jerks.
What do you mean, some of us?
Do it.
Okay, some of them are going home.
Hey, how did you do that?
You got a nice arm.
Yeah. That, of course, was a scene from A League of Their Own. Rosie's breakthrough acting gave
And
you
when
there.
I watched that, I think, what was I doing? Fonzie or Sylvester Stallone? What was I doing? I was so like, hey, I don't know.
I always wonder, if you had never gotten into show business,
Yeah.
what would you be doing?
A teacher, without a doubt.
Really?
100%.
See, I say an attorney.
Oh, no.
No?
I would not be a good attorney because when I get angry, I lose all control.
You
right?
cry.
That's
Not
what
only
would be
or
so
I
great.
scream, which is worse, right? I either yell or scream. When I get mad, if I think the other lawyer did something wrong, I would be like, "That is so cheap! That is so cheap! You can't do that in a court, right?"
You got to keep your
But
cool.
if you're teaching kids, that might get ugly, too.
No, I love kids.
Yeah.
Teachers really saved me. I was a public school kid, and my mom had died, and this teacher who I had a math teacher in 7th grade, her name was Pat Marivelle, and she really did take me under her wing and mothered me, and really became a second mom to me. And she sadly died 7, 8 years ago. But her 2 children, both have children, and I'm their godmother, the children. And, you know, she really showed me that love makes a family, not blood. I think it's the reason that I have adopted children. I chose not to give birth, is because I knew that the family that I had was made out of love.
Speaking of love, let's talk about Michelle.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
new love.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we have pictures.
I'm sure we do.
And so you popped the question.
I did, but we had
Were you a
talked
nervous
about
wreck?
it. I wasn't really a nervous wreck, but you know, I don't know. For me, as a gay woman who's 50 years old, you know, for so long, no one even talked about anything gay on TV ever. When I was on my show, no one even asked me. When they said there's a new show coming out called Will and Grace, and it's a gay guy, and I thought, well, that's going to be canceled because there wasn't even really gay characters besides Billy Crystal on Soap. Right? So the world has changed so much in the last 15 years. I never really imagined the whole thing of an engagement ring or of like a white dress or a wedding, and I've kind of caught up. And when I first met Michelle, it was in Starbucks, believe it or not, and get a chai latte, fall in love. And,
And it wasn't that long ago, right?
no, it was like 9 months ago.
Wow.
And I was visiting a friend in the hospital. I was going to the hospital daily, and she was there at the Starbucks, and she was holding a puppy, the puppy that ran away that we found, don't worry. And I was looking to get Chelsea a little puppy like that. So, you know, I thought it was just your average pretty straight girl who was 25 is what she looked like.
Say, did you think she was a lesbian?
No way!
Right.
No way! And also, she looked so young to me, but she was 40, so I was sort of surprised. So I was talking to her and said, oh, you know what, first you get the little dogs, then you get a baby. That's what happened to me. And she's like, oh, I'm actually trying to have a baby. I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure you and your husband will be fine. You're very young.
Ah, is that your pickup line?
No, I thought.
Is that how you do it?
I don't even know how to do it. I'm such not a player. I haven't, like, Howard Stern is the one who perpetrated this. For years, he would say, oh, she's a player. I have a friend who's the concierge at the Four Seasons. She has naked girls in her room. I can count, really, on 1.5 hands the amount of relationships that I've had. I am not in any way a player. I am so not.
Okay, so when she said, when we finish the story, so when
Okay,
you
so
said the
I said,
husband.
I'm sure you and your husband, and she said, well, actually, I don't have a husband, and I'm a lesbian. And I said, and I was looking around for Ashton Kutcher for punks. I'm like, what? No, she's like, really? I go, you're an actual lesbian? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, when did you come
Wait,
out?
what's an actual
Well,
lesbian?
I thought maybe she was one of those, you know, let me try and see for a year and a half.
Oh, okay,
You know, like Anne Heche, sort of. You know what I mean? Right. Like, oh, yeah, I'll be gay for a few minutes, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. But she's like, no, I've been out since I'm 25. And I said, and now you're 26. And she said, no, I'm 40. I was like, wait a second. You're a 40-year-old single lesbian who wants to have a baby?
Will you marry me?
That's what I thought. I was like, what's the chances of that? You know? And she was so well-dressed and well put together, and she had all these diamonds and jewels, and I was like, she's obviously rich. Like, she, you know, she was, so it was kind of odd. And so I said, well, then I was nervous, right? Then I'm like, oh, I wish she hadn't told me that right away. But we sat down, and we had a cup of coffee, and then I went to visit the hospital, and after about 2 weeks, we started emailing, and then I was here in Chicago.
Right.
And then email, and so by the time we actually had like a real date, we were already in love. You know, it was months of email and stuff. So, I don't know. It never felt so right.
Is that tattoo? Is that her initial?
Yes, because
Wow.
you know what?
Can we get a shot of that?
These fingers are broken from I had a staph infection, and they don't move, right?
Right.
And so you can't really wear a wedding ring on them. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So Howard Stern, actually, who's my friend now, he has a B on his finger, and so there, it's a little crooked at M, but it's a little oddly crooked. It's the guy from Miami Ink.
Is that your first tattoo?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I have a
We gotta
bunch.
go to break.
How many do you
Yeah.
have?
Tell me the
I have a big one on my ankle, I have one on the back of my neck, and I have one on my arm.
Would you get another one?
Well, I just got this one.
but either after that, are you done?
I don't know. You know, tattoos are very addictive. You get one and you think that you're done, and then all of a sudden you have an emotional experience. And all right, do we have to
Well,
go?
no, yeah, we'll be right back.
Sorry.
Word. She's gonna stick around. We'll be right back.
Here.
We'll be
I'm
right
not
back.
leaving. My
Maybe we could get